Welcome Discgolf fan. I am your host Taru Almere and I'm going to show you today the October event of Discland Stars in Tallinn, Estonia. This is going to be the final event of Stars, and which will be followed by Discland Superstars, which is going to be a special event throughout entire weekend. And we're going to watch the lead card of MA1, and we're going to start off with Mauri Villmann, the lead guy after round 1, -11, followed up by Idnurm, 8 down, just 3 strokes difference on this course. It can change. And we have a kind of a small surprise, Tõnisson in the lead card, the lowest rating of the 5 we're going to see. And we have also a local known guy, Grün. You can see he's ready to start banging. And we have Niin, 5 under, just 2 bogeys in round 1, and probably he's going to want to continue this one. So we're going to start off with hole 1, which is a good starting hole for any kind of course. We can see OB everywhere, so they're going to flip for who's going to start off marking down the scores. And from the statistics up on the left, we can see that birdie is only 21% for all players. That's a really low number. A birdie here is a bonus. And we saw already a really good start from Villmann, and not so good start from Idnurm. It went so right that even the operator didn't expect it. But a really nice run from Tõnisson. It didn't go in. Even the lead card was surprised it didn't go in. And Grün, who is we consider him as a forehand specialist, and Niin, who is in a way, I consider him a little bit special because he doesn't throw any forehands, just selects either right arm or left arm. So Idnurm is going to collect his 3, and Niin not collecting his birdie. That was hard to get anyway. So, like we said, birdie is a bonus on this hole 1. And a 3 for Idnurm. An easy birdie for Grün, and even more easier birdie for Villmann. And Niin is collecting his pass, so we have a lead extension from Villmann, 4 strokes difference. And we're going to move on to hole number 2, 50 meters, par 3, like every other hole on this course. But we have OB on the right, which is, we can see, protected by the trees. So it comes to play only with really bad miss. We can see 41% of birdies, and it's a must-get birdie for this group of guys. If you want to stay in contention for the win, you have to get it. And that one goes way too high. Get some branches. We saw it going to the right. We don't know exactly where it is, but we know it's somewhere on the right. And Grün. What a lovely kick from the trees, and he should be under the basket. Idnurm, maybe too much Anheuser, so it goes to the left. And Niin gets a lucky kick. Actually, that could go so much worse, but still has a birdie look. No, it did not go in. So Tõnisson ended up on the right, like we said, and we can see he's selecting his options. About Tõnisson, also a special type of player because his tee shots, all of them, they're with right hand. Forehand, backhand, you name it, everything with right hand, but we can see he's putting with his left. The last three is collecting it. So this should be relatively easy for Villmann. He's a extremely good putter. And yeah, there we go, a birdie, 2 in a row. A good start for him. Really needs to make a good start to tell all the guys that no need to push. I got this. Oh wow, that's unlucky. Idnurm is even saying no, not getting it, but getting his 3. And Niin also getting his 3. And Grün should be, yeah, that's it. A 2. And Tõnisson a 3. So did we see, we can actually see second, third and fourth place right now to be equal. This could be a huge battle for second place because the lead guy is 5 strokes away. This is a lot to consider. The guy's level, 970 rated guy, and doesn't give away strokes easy. So 29% of birdies, and this probably went too much inside. We will see soon. And where did this one? Okay, got a kick from the middle trees. On this one you can go straight, and you can go a little bit. Okay, this one goes straight. This is what you want to do. I think this is the best option. With the forehand you can go a little bit left. This is where Idnurm was aiming, but not quietly. And Niin opting for the backhand, surprisingly, with the right hand backhand. But it was a good throw, and he should have a look. Grün just making a layup. Idnurm as well. And from the sound, I don't know if you heard, it actually hit the cage, but we saw a rollaway. Same here. Here we can see the rollaway. Again, Niin struggling in the beginning of this round. And Tõnisson birdie, that's nice. Idnurm, collect your 3, collect it. Villmann also. And Villmann as well. We actually seeing Villmann, Tõnisson and Grün, all 3 at 2 under, and Idnurm and Niin are equal. So we still have a battle ahead of us. 04, 57 meters, OB everywhere. This is a kind of tricky tee shot for amateurs because you have to hit the gap precisely and with a precise speed. I can see 32% of birdies, but you expect these guys to make it. This actually went too wide. It's going to hit the back of those trees. This one is going too inside. Yes, it did. OB. And okay, this is the you don't want to do at all. First available. Can Niin actually show us the route you need to take? A little bit wide, a hyzer and a really nice skip. That was a nice shot. This is what you need to do on this hole. Idnurm trying to save his bogey at least. Villmann trying to save his par. No go. But easy bogey. And now we can see from this distance, this is 15 meters, should be, yeah, it was good for Villmann. Idnurm trying to repeat, does not. Tõnisson needs to get this in to keep pace with Villmann. He does, well done. Niin as well, first birdie after 4 birdie looks. This has to be feeling good for him. And Idnurm still looking for his birdie. All other guys got their first green. So we're going to move on to hole 5, 70 meters. OB again everywhere with this little bit half islands. And like we can see, a narrow tunnel shot and 21% of birdies. So if you see one guy getting birdie, then it's a good hole. A bonus birdie for sure. Tönisson's shot was actually okay, but Villmann, can he do better? Almost. This is the most edgy tree in the middle. And Niin, that looks actually beautiful. Nice shot, well done. And what can Grün do? And his red disc loses a little bit from my eyes, but it lands somewhere. We see the dust coming up. It should be a birdie, but and this got the key from the same tree as Villmann, but went to the other side, but stayed safe. Okay, that's actually fine enough. And Villmann trying to do the same. You have to be a little bit crazy to run this because those logs in the background, this is already OB. You don't want to go too deep. Grün, wow, just completely missing, didn't expect that. And Niin, an interesting layup choice, like comes from the other card mates. And Tõnisson, okay, you need this. That was close. A tree for Grün. And we're going to have a tree for Villmann, I believe. Yes, we have. And Idnurm, a tree again. And Tõnisson tree, and Niin as well. So we had some birdie looks, but like the statistics said, and it's a bonus birdie, hard to get. So we're going to move on to hole 6. Now this is a hole where you expect to get the birdie. We have 2 mandel trees on left and right, but they're so close that it should not come to the plate for these guys. But we can see 28% of birdies, because you have to hit the gap just like that to slide it to the basket. I have seen that this hole is preferable with forehands. This was just too low and didn't make it. But we can see actually the backhand guys beating the forehand guys so far. So Werner show us how it's done. It goes high, gets some trees, it actually should be inside of the circle. And Idnurm, you can do it. This maybe too wide, gets a little kiss from the tree and knocks it down. So we're going to have Villmann. This is so obstructed, he's not going to run this. So he's laying it up close as possible. Idnurm, that was actually a really nice run. Grün as well, really nice run, but what can he do? Between the trees, no way, that was mean. That was mean, that would have been an amazing birdie. Between the trees. So he was actually commenting that he was a little bit scared of the trees, not to hit them with his hand. And Tõnisson collecting the birdie. After a birdie run, Idnurm is not going to take his tree, while Villmann is taking it. And we already see second red for Idnurm. And here we go. Average of 3 on this hole. And we can see actually 2-horse race coming up. But let's check out hole number 7. 78 meters an island hole where you can go a little bit short, play it safe for bird, par. But this guy should have the power to go low and keep it safe. Nicely done from Tõnisson. Should be in the circle's edge. Villmann trying to make a statement here. And kicks the middle tree. And that tree sees so many discs. And Niin. A nice layup, but he was saying that he didn't mean it to keep it so low. And the forehand guys, Grün, are hitting the really last tree. It's guarding a little bit the basket. And Idnurm going a little bit lower, more skippy, and it skips to the OB. And Villmann already making his layup under the basket. And Idnurm, that was Niin, sorry, trying to give it a little bit run. And Grün collecting his birdie. And Tõnisson needs it as well. He actually wanted that. Well, good save for Idnurm, collecting his tree. And like we can see, only one birdie. And we have it done with 7 holes. And we have 3 strokes difference in first and second place. So we're going to move to hole 8, which is 64 meters. A straight shot, OB everywhere. The OB actually comes to play quite often. Of course, if you don't throw it like this with the tree kick to the middle, it never comes to the play. And this needs to stick. It does. It fell over onto the OB. There's a little titch. It just needs a little bit nudge just to go over, and he had that little bit nudge. And Villmann, this can go OB. I did not. Good run. And this is probably too high, too heiser. And it goes to OB, same place where Tõnisson's shot went. Idnurm. And stays safe. Quite a long ways. A dangerous run. We can see the OB sticks so close to the basket. And it seems it was affecting those 2 guys. And Villmann, his lone birdie, extending his lead, because it seems the other guys are so close, they're collecting dead trees, and we can see already Villmann keeping his lead on 4 strokes, but only Tõnisson able to keep up with this pace, and other guys falling behind. Idnurm, he's struggling a little bit, but he has the ability to come to the play really fast. So we have hole 9, 60 meters, and it's easy, tricky shot. We have 24% of birdies. Like you can see, you have to go like this exactly. Nice one, a little bit to the right, and it will be under the basket. Maybe this is too high, but that gets a lovely kick from the trees. Tõnisson. Wow, that was beautiful. Well done. A backhand you don't see that often. Usually it's forehands which go under the basket. Okay, that one was way too high. And that was just miserable. And you can see he's still shaking his head, not happy about it. Hits the cage, and double bogey is his best option now. And the 2 again for Villmann. He goes 16 under after 9. And the other guys, Tõnisson as well, birdie, well done. Just collecting their shots. We can see Idnurm coming from the bushes, retrieving his disc. And we're going to see now the standings. And we can see on the left our lead card, Niin falling behind of top 10. And we can see the chase card, Kairi is making some moves. Naudi, Kupart, Tuisk, Reinik, all playing really well. Idnurm, the only guy on this chart who is above par and still in the contention though, so don't give up. Everything is still possible in Discgolf. One of the reasons why we love this game so much. And Holden, an easy, simple, one of the easiest on this course. And if you want to make a hole-in-one run, this is the gap you want to go. Up and under, or how you want to go, just over everything. But Tõnisson has none of it. I will go straight under the basket. And Grün was actually saying that, fine, I will show it how it's really done. And that was not it. So it's in the left bushes. And Idnurm, every single time I've seen him play on this course, this is where his shots end. And Niin, really well done for backhand. And this is where you end up if you're in the bushes. You have zero look. He was asking several times where is the basket, and the other guys were even betting like, if you make it, we give you this money, and just pressuring him a little bit. All jokes though, so that was actually a good upshot. Should be happy with this. And Niin in the jungle, and well done. Approval from the other guys. Ow, that spit out. Even he was laughing a little bit in the first place, but he's not laughing anymore. A 3 for Grün. A little bit falling behind again from the 2 lead guys, but we have still so many holes to play. Remember, we have 19 holes. And Tõnisson taking it serious, and he has it. Another birdie. Like we can see, in 10 holes he has only 4 trees, which means 6 birdies already. So hole 11, this has actually a little bit changed after this map was done. And it was just last month when they cleaned a little bit the course. They moved this tee to the left. It used to be on the right of this sign on the ground to give it more effort. This was really nice. It can sometimes bounce to OB, but not this time around. And Tõnisson also getting a kiss of the tree and stays in the middle. Niin, that's beautiful. Needs to that kick was a little bit too flat, needed a little bit more. And Grün, usually a forehand player, going for the backhand here. That was a little bit surprised, but good effort still. And a really nice forehand from Idnurm. Well done. Wow, what a putt. That was really nice. Good job. And followed up by Tõnisson. We have 2 birdies. We have 3 birdies. Do we have 4? We have 4. And do we have 5? We do not. He's joking that he did it on purpose, but yeah, we all know. Still birdies avoiding him on this this round, 8 under in the first round, 3 over this round, and we have all 12. We have Mondo on the left, we have OB long, we have OB right. The OB right is the fence you can see in the background there. So I haven't seen it come to play to anybody. And 23% of birdies. This is a hard hole to get because you have to hit the gap precisely, and you have so many guardian trees where you can get a really unlucky kick. And here we see Niin going with the left hand, and that actually got a little bit kick. We'll see where it ended up. And Grün, that should be really good. And Idnurm, and straight forward, a little bit pushing too long, but they got good kick. He's just inside of the OB line, so he's safe. He's trying to make it run, a little kiss on the bottom cage, but he didn't get it stick. And this is where Niin ended. Kisses the chains, but that's it. Just a little bit kiss. And Tõnisson, taking every single part really seriously, taking his time and missing it. Needs to sit. Yes, it sits this a little bit. Little bump on the ground where the basket is. I can't get a really bad roll away. I've seen so many OBs because of that. Just keeps on rolling. And a 3 for Idnurm again. Still birdies avoiding him. Tõnisson at 3 as well. Niin at 3 as well. And Villmann, the lone birdie for the lead card, and he extends his lead to 5 strokes. And also he has 5 birdies in a row. This is really nice effort. But we're going to move on to the hardest hole on this course. We have 91 meters, and we have this shape-shifting shot you need to do because you have the Mando on the right, so you can't go straight. Like you can see, only 4% of birdies. And Villmann keeping a little bit peat. Maybe he went too inside, but should give him a little bit a long look. Tõnisson looking so serious, trying to make a serious effort. Didn't make it to turn and fly straight. OB this time around. That was beautiful shot from Niin. Needed to hyzer out a little bit more. Kept on going to the right. And Grün fish with his foot. Goes to bush. Comes out from the bushes and it's under the basket. What a backdoor route he found. Wow. And Idnurm, and his struggles continue. Another OB. Just here, you just have to put it under the basket. You have OB everywhere. Stay safe. As a look for a bogey. Tõnisson also taking the smart play. And like we looked and we saw Villmann having a really long look. If anybody can do it, he can do it. And kisses the chains, but not good enough. Niin again hits the basket but doesn't stick. Easy birdie for Grün. Bogey, another bogey. And collecting up the trees for Villmann and Niin. So yeah, the lead is still 6 strokes even. The lead even went further. And we're going to have hole 14. Like on the map, we can see a lot of guardian trees. There are even more trees than the map shows. but you will see it shortly. Like you can see, the basket is in the back. Grün opting for the forehand roller, but it goes just so straight to the middle that it hits the most middlest tree ever. And Villmann, where did it? There it is on the right. Should have some kind of look, maybe. And let it go through. Let it. It gets kicked and jumps to the right. Tõnisson. This was heisering out too fast, so it's probably somewhere. And Idnurm. And finally gets it through. Somebody gets it through all the way. Maybe it went too long. Grün has a look, but not making it. And Villmann actually closer than expected. This should be a 70% for sure for him, and he makes it even more sure. Just slams it in. Niin actually has a look as well, and once again not capitalizing on his looks. Niin is going to feel so bad after this round, but we have all been there. That's fine, part of the game. And Tõnisson also was relatively close, but really bad lie, so he had to go into weird stance. And Idnurm finally collecting his birdie. Like we can see, he's so relieved. And Grün collecting his par. Same for Tõnisson and Niin. 2 birdies, 3 pars, actually not bad for a lead card. But we can see Idnurm and Niin falling behind from the group. And hole 15, we have 58 meters, no OBs, but the map is not actually giving it justice. It's more to the left than it shows. Like we can't even see the basket from here. It's even guarded by the trees in front of it. Actually, that looks good. Maybe controlled somewhere. We don't know. We'll see. That looks good too. I heard a little bit kick. We'll see. And the forehand guy, Grün, opting for the backhand. And he didn't look happy for it. And Niin, this is too wide. Just barely missing the wall of tires. And that rolled away to the right. Actually, when it goes to the pathway, you can actually have a look. Grün trying to make something special happening, but not this time around. That was a simple layup. You don't have a look from that. Don't make anything more difficult for you. And we can see Tõnisson maybe has a look. Actually had a look, but misses it. Idnurm is completely on pathway. That is a look, but that would have been nice. 2 birdies in a row after the difficult start. Villmann not capitalizing on a putt is something rare to see, but it happens to everybody. And we see everybody collecting their trees. Nothing gained, nothing lost. Just move on. There we go. So still 7-stroke difference between Villmann and Tõnisson, but just a few hours to go. It's looking more and more likely that Villmann is uncatchable if he doesn't make anything crazy mistake. So we have this hole, 53 meters just down the little bit bumpy hill. Villmann showing how it's done, trying to follow. This looks nice, and it is in. What a ace! That was really nice to see. Well done, Idnurm. That's a little bit candy on his eye after a round like this. And Grün trying to follow, actually hitting the cameraman. No, seems like he's okay. And backhand option for Niin. Gets a little bit lucky between the trees. This is what you don't see very often, but it happens. That looks nice as well. Really good job from all of these guys. So we have a possibility to have a hole where the lead card scores below 2 while Idnurm collects his disc. Well done. And we have Grün making a really nice putt. Niin needs it and does not collect it. And Tõnisson playing hide and seek with the cameraman. And yeah, so we have 3 birdies, 1 ace on camera, and we have a par. And nothing actually changes in the top 3. And we can see them moving on to the next hole. It's going to be hole 17, which is 65 meters. We have trees everywhere since it's a park, and we have OB right, which is so far away that actually doesn't come to play. You just need to go to the middle, not just the first available. The guys were actually joking before the draw that he's going to have the curse of hole-in-one, that after hole-in-one you have going to hit the first available, and he actually hit it. That's why they're laughing so hard. But what can you do? At least you have an ace and you can get some prize money from that. And we can see Tõnisson. That looks nice. Beautifully done. And Niin footage is missing because the camera ran out of battery, so he didn't hear us saying to wait a little bit, so he went for it, made a shot, and we can see Idnurm in the bushes. And very decent shot from that location. Grün, we still don't know. Here it's Niin. Actually, this is a decent opportunity. This is too much hyzer and just flies away from the basket. Step putt, not high enough. And Villmann outside of the circle, it looks. Doesn't need to jump or anything, just put it in the middle. Bogey for Idnurm after the beautiful ace run. And Niin collects his par, another one. And Tõnisson, a really nice birdie. And Grün, a decent par as well. And here we're talking about this funny looking disc. And we are going to move on to hole 18, 52 meters. Really sharp look to the right for decent forehand player. This is actually really easy. Just, you can see almost 50% of birdies, and that is what you need to do. Simple hyzer, skip play, and you're under the basket. Okay, Tõnisson, this goes a little bit high, but it should still be fine. Should have a look. Grün also looking good. Maybe too fast of skip. Did it play, stay in play? It did, no OB. Then you're fine if you don't get OB from that angle. Niin going for the left hand. Maybe too much inside, but avoids all the trees. And Idnurm. A very decent shot as well. And we're going to start off with Tõnisson, furthest off the pin. A nice putt. We have it, first birdie, second birdie. Villmann was actually close to the OB, but collects his birdie as well, a little bit too high. Maybe too confident. Grün, we need more birdies. We have number 4. Idnurm, it's once again up to you. And you don't make a mistake this time around. We have a star frame. Finally, the first one of this round. But all the guys moving on, no chain star, or how you want to call it. So we're going to move on to hole number 19, or as we call it, the at hole. And this is a tiny island hole where you have to go through the gate. And we can see it just 30 meters. It's about 90 something feet. And we have 68% of birdies. And the easiest hole of the course, of course. And we can see those guys making it look so easy. Just fling it up there and you're safe. You have a birdie look. But this can happen as well if you're not too careful. An easy look into a OB. You're going to move on to the drop zone. Still have the opportunity to save your par. Niin. This is the look you have to save your par. And not high enough. Tõnisson to finish his round with a birdie. He does. Really nice lead done. 17 under. It's not the easy score to get on this course. But our start to today, Villmann. 13 under round. Not the course record, but getting close to it. Maybe next time in Superstar, if he comes, the course record can fall. And this is how the round went. And let's check out the scores. Top 10 on the right. We can see Villmann, Tõnisson and Grün in the top 3. From the back, Karuma coming with a 9 under round. And we can see a 9th place here with 8 under, but 7 under for the 2 rounds, meaning he ended his first round with 1 over. Idnurm staying equal E and stays 8 under for the tournament. And we have the 3rd place for Werner Grün. And on this view we can see the address of the place on the left side, left top. And if you're in Estonia, if you're in Tallinn, this is the place to visit for sure. You can buy this, you can test this, and you can use them on a course. And we are going to give first place for Mauri Villmann. Big applause from the other guys, other ladies. Well done, knuckles up, well done, good job boys. It was fun to watch you play. And that was it. We're done with this year's Discland Stars event. We have only Superstars left, which is going to cover it as well. And don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, comment and share so that all your friends can see what's happening down here in Estonia. See you next time. Bye.